Peace, be still and know that I am Elohim Peace. And where I am, there is the peace of Aloha. I am that I am peace in you. And I am called of God from the beginning unto the ending, in the cycles of this activity, to establish the cosmic Christ flame of peace. And in my original dictation, beloved, I did release a prayer for peace that I did ask the students to offer. May this prayer be yours. May you use it daily, and may you visualize a large, fiery, blazing sun at the solar plexus, the place of the sun, the place where cosmic Christ peace must be established in you. Shaft of golden light and purple, flecked in ruby, descending upon you now is for the alignment of chakras and the healing of your physical organs and their etheric counterparts. Be seated in my shaft of peace, beloved. Peace, be still, and know that the I am that is God in me is the God where you are. I am Alpha this day. You are my Omega counterpart. And beloved, Aloha does place her electronic presence over you, that you might know and enjoy the flame of God in the sixth ray. Therefore I am come, and therefore I have been given the mandate to keep the flame of peace in this activity. I come as a cosmic teacher, beloved. I come to tell you that where there is not God harmony, there cannot be God peace. Thus harmony is the other side of peace, and peace the other side of harmony. Know then the white fire, know the central sun of being. Establish that sun, and do not allow yourselves to live upon the periphery of your auras, for there you shall be plucked by the fallen ones. But they cannot reach you when you are centered in the heart. And the heart of this activity, as the heart of God and the heart of El Moria and Lanello, the heart of this activity, beloved, in this octave must be your heart, and your hearts as one. Did not El Moria come forth to wrap the diamond heart of Mary in his own diamond heart, thus signifying the power of the masculine and the feminine ray, thus signifying the presence of the cosmic virgin in the founding of this community? Aye, indeed, the Blessed Mary has been a part of all those sons of heaven who have nurtured this activity. Therefore know the diamond heart within the diamond heart, and seek to have the twain envelop your own heart, beloveds. See your heart now, and fold it in the heart of Mary, and fold it again in the heart of Moria. See the Trinity then, of a Father and Mother presence, abounding round about you, and your heart being strengthened by the matrix. You must solve the chemistry of being here below and the biochemistry. You must know that you are made of points of light and atoms and cells and electrons. You are made of the substance of this octave, beloved, and I do not say of the substance of earth, but I say the substance of this octave, and I do not wish to be misquoted. Therefore, because you are made of the substance of this octave, beloved, you must seek the divine harmony of the resonance of all atoms and cells in your being, and all organs in your being with one another, and with the etheric matrix and the etheric mandate. After all, we Elohim of God are builders of form. Builders of form are we. We must have, therefore, a chalice in every molecule of your body, your etheric, mental, desire, and physical bodies, in order to endow you with a greater light. When you achieve the balance of harmony, beloved, then you can hold the greatest light. You have called this harmony the yin and the yang, the alpha and the omega, the plus and the minus, and it is so. When you find that equilibrium at each level of your being, beloved, and become alchemists of your own temple, you shall see how much more of God you can hold within those vessels of chakras, organs, and all the components of being. Yes, beloved, I am peace. Where there is the warring in the members, where there is the teetering and tottering of the imbalance from day to day between the emotions and the thoughts, where there is not strength and fire raised up as the virya of the Buddha in yourself, how can we add unto you increments of fire when the fire would only make matters worse? In the extreme, beloved, the deranged and the insane, and those who have made their pact with darkness and therefore erupt as volcanoes with anger and all sorts of blasphemy speaking through them. They may not come near the altar of God. They must go forth and balance themselves, and they are in rebellion against the law of God at every level of being. There is another chemistry for the mind, and another for the desire body, another for the etheric body. When you attain that balance, you will find the path, one of peace. Attain peace in your members, beloved, and you know whereof I speak. Thus I shall not warn again, lest you have the karma of neglecting the warning of hierarchy. We leave it then to the messenger and other representatives of the path to speak to you concerning these things. I say then, beloved, to seek out harmony in all that you are, you must invoke the violet flame for the transmutation of layers of substances and records. How can you attain God harmony? With the records of a past karma that trouble you at the deepest levels of being. Thus there must be surrender to your God to have peace. There must be the all-desiring of God to have peace. Did not the great one of peace, Gautama, teach you that inordinate desiring is suffering, and that this is the cause of suffering? If you suffer then on a daily basis, warring in your mind and body and burdened by those conditions, I give you the opportunity this day. For this day, I, the Elohim of Peace, unleash a new cycle, a spiral of peace within this activity, and I inaugurate that spiral of peace for each one, beginning beneath the feet and going up as high as your causal body of light. It is a 33 spiral of peace, a 33 tiered spiral of peace, if you will. Yes, beloved, you can mount that spiral, and you can stay on each spiral until you have achieved peace in that spiral. Yes, beloved, I say, this is the day when the heavens have opened, when the causal body of both of your messengers has opened. This is the day when you can say, enough, I have had done with my human creation, and I choose to enter the path of the Elohim of Peace. I choose to now receive the original endowment of peace that Elohim Peace gave upon the founding of this organization. I shall become that point of peace to which every angel ministering on earth shall have recourse. Yes, in my heart, the flame of peace shall abide. Therefore I shall be unmoved. I shall not be moved by what does transpire anywhere outside the circle of my being or within it. This day I have said, enough is enough. I am the victim of my own wrong desiring. I am the victim of my abuse of my 4 lower bodies. I am the victim of my karma. And this day I say, I shall no longer be the victim of myself, but I shall be the instrument of God. I shall walk out from this court of King Arthur, and I shall keep my vow to keep my counsel, keep my peace, keep the sealing of my words, the flashing forth of dark thought or feeling, the revolving of the memory. I can do all of this, for I am the child of the heart of El Moria, my beloved. I can do all of this because my God is with me. I have a path. I have Maitreya. I have a messenger whom I can see and touch, and who will love me and comfort me and help me and rebuke me and lead me. Yes, I am in the best possible position that my karma allows me to be in, for I know there is no injustice anywhere in the universe, and I am truly convinced that there is mercy beyond mercy, that I have this opportunity this day to remake myself by the power of Elohim in the image and likeness of Almighty God, by the power of the Word with Brahman in the beginning. Yes, I will work with Elohim of Peace. And I know that because God sent Elohim to endow this activity, that this activity is sponsored from the Elohimic level, and all the power of Elohim is upon me, and the mighty chalice of the resurrection flame in the heart of the inner retreat. Yes, I shall take the dispensations of Elohim, for they are power in the 7 rays. They are the power of Alpha and Omega. And I shall remake myself that I might carry the spiral of the next 33 years of this activity until the Sammit Lайтхаузе transcends the octaves, here below and as above, and its beams shed their powerful light into the depths of death and hell, so that souls caught in those levels may follow the beam to the heart of their I Am presence and receive the archangel's deliverance. Yes, I will walk in the living flame of peace. I shall be a true pilgrim of peace, and I shall show the two-edged sword, dividing the real from the unreal, binding the engines and elements of war. Yes, I know the meaning of true peace, and I know it is not pacifism. I know that the power of peace will swallow up the records of war upon this planet as I take the mantra, peace be still and know that I am God. Peace be still and know that I am God. Peace be still and know that I am God. Peace be still and know that I am God. May you say it with the fire I have given. I speak to all who come to study, those who would be ministering servants, those who would be chelas and disciples, those who would pursue their professions now at hand. I say to you, beloved, learn to release the fire of the heart, the sacred fire, and to be infilled again, and learn it with this mantra. Hear how it is spoken. Peace be still and know that I am God. Blessed ones, it is not volume, it is the power of the release of sacred fire. Peace be still and know that I am God. Thus the fire goes forth, beloved, and the power is released. May you practice, may you feel the light raised up in the chakras by your mantras and meditations, by your devotions, and may you learn that the most powerful fiat and decree you can utter is the one which you endow with the sacred fire. Learn of me, learn of your messengers, and understand that some defy the power of God and will not speak forth when called upon to do so. They consider it beneath them to raise their voices, to let the Lord's power flow through them. It is a defiance of God, beloved, to refuse to raise the voice above a common conversational tone. And it is also the defiance of God to raise that voice in anger. Therefore, be in God control and know when is the moment to let the volume rise, to reach a heart enslaved, a heart and a soul and a body infested with demons who cannot hear you unless the fire goes forth to strip from them that which does assail them. Be ashamed then to be called a minister of God if you refuse to master the spoken word and the delivery of the fohat. You will have it when you let the sacred fire of the mother rise within you. Let it be at first an imitation in the privacy of your own room or as you walk alone in the hills. Yes, beloved, it does take practice, and it does take the call to Elohim and archangels and the Mahachohan. But the fire of the spoken word must go forth. As far as we are concerned, the definition of prophet, messenger, and apostle comes from the level of fire that is in the individual. And none can achieve to that calling unless ordained by God. The calling of prophet, of messenger, of apostle. Thus those who would become the lay servant, the ministering servant, beloved, must know it is a step in the right direction, and yet this power must go forth from you in time of need, and you cannot rise to another level of appointment until you achieve some measure of the power of God by obedience to his will, by surrender and sacrifice and service. Yes, beloved, you see, until you have it, it is dangerous for you to have the next and the next mantle. Therefore make your peace with the power of God that is his will, and know that peace is God harmony, peace is God control, and peace is God reality. I could speak on of power, and I shall for a moment, but I shall also leave to the meditation of your heart the necessity for the establishment of the blue flame cross in your world. And when you make that sign 9 times, think in your heart when you make the sign of the cross, I am God power, God harmony, God reality, God control. This is my blue flame cross, and I reject all misqualifications of that blue flame cross in my world. This is the stumbling block to Christhood and the non-fulfillment of some. Yes, beloved, power must become something in the hand and the heart, something in the throat chakra, something in the mind that is there as a resource, that when you encounter evil, that light flashes forth from you because it is of God and not because you force it and not because you enter into the human. Yes, beloved, be at peace in the centeredness of God power in our definition of the word in the 4 quadrants of the cardinal signs. Yes, beloved, be at the center of peace, so that when there is danger and challenge of your office, God shall release the power through you, whether you speak in the still small voice of fire or the power of that fire. Comprehend my meaning, beloved, for the cycles become physical and the challenges so. We, Elohim, come to your aid. We, Elohim, say, come to our level and know the ultimate protection and the ultimate chelaship. I am peace. I am the peace commanding presence of the cosmic Christ. I am the peace commanding presence of Almighty God. Therefore I command you, peace, be still, and know that the I am in you is God. Be ashamed to violate that peace. And now I charge every one of you, from the least unto the greatest, as you perceive yourselves. You must receive the gentle rebuke from anyone of this community when you abandon your point of peace. Let every brother and sister remind one another, regardless of rank or position, or background or standing. Where there is the breaking of harmony and the breaking of peace, there is the fracturing of the mandala. Many tiny fractures in this mandala need healing. Therefore, do not react when someone in the still small voice of peace reminds you to return to your center, reminds you that whether in thought or feeling or word or vibration or in purpose or in plan, you have departed from peace. Take the reminder, beloved, and thank that one with all your heart. Call immediately upon the law of forgiveness. I ask you to become a fountain and a foundation of cosmic Christ peace, and thereby know our presence in your midst. The byword of the peacemakers, beloved, is I shall not be moved. Blessed are the peacemakers. Thus the peacemaker must challenge the vibration of non-peace. But non-peace is not the power of God that resounds from the heart of peace and power. Some think if another raise his voice, he is out of alignment. It is whether the raised voice is charged with anger and condemnation, or whether it is charged with fire. And if there be a dispute, then let it be committed to the flame, or referred to the messenger, or the council of the board of directors. Yes, beloved, disciples require the rebuke, and those who rebuke are not always perfect. Yet when they do counsel you, let them first take a backward step and say, "Peace, be still, and know that the I am God in me is the I am God in that one, and I go forth to establish Christ's peace, to teach a lesson, to correct an error. Therefore, O God, seal me in my tube of light, the violet flame, the mantle, and the armor of God, that I speak the word of truth and yet hold the God harmony of peace." Think what a magnet this shall be. It shall be the greatest anti-war manifestation on the face of planet Earth. This is my prediction and my prophecy. Will you make it come true?
Yes!
I, Elohim Peace and Aloha, hold you to your word. The law does hold you to your word, and so does El Moria. Thus, I withdraw to the flame in your heart to assist you in keeping that flame of cosmic Christ peace.